stop there, no, it'll keep going. Okay, so it's just that we don't draw so much. We stop at some point of time. Keep one thing in mind. Okay, we spoke about this the other day itself, that this is the max height of it. Psych fellows. Okay, the mid part is the max height of it. Understand? So even though we're trying to derive max height, time of flight, I'll mark max height. Now, what does time of flight mean? From one end to another end, the projectile or the ball, let's say, takes some time to move. That concept is called as time of flight. Now, how it works is very simple. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, it's very simple. So max height is what we try to. Okay, irritating. Fine. Now, how it works here is we start here, we end at the right hand side. Now, every moment there will be some sort of change in velocity is what we learned. Now, how does the velocity change? The other day only I told you. Okay, 1 second, that's wrong. We'll go little bit of depth we'll cover right now. Now, if you see all the 5 vectors I've drawn different, understand one small thing, okay? This is y-axis, x-axis, y-axis, you obviously know it, fine. With a projectile motion, things are trying to travel from your left to your right. Always remember that. Which means there's always a force which is trying to push somebody from the left and it has to enter towards the right. That's exactly how things work. Zero changes there. But what you should remember is there's something called as the word, you guys obviously know the word called as constant. One remains constant and one keeps constantly changing. Changing does not mean increasing always or decreasing always. Fine. One always remains a constant. One always keeps on changing. Now, whatever is with respect to the x-axis, fine, I think I'll use a different color right now. Maybe I'll use blue. Whatever I marked in blue is always constant. You cannot change it. That is the force which is helping the ball to move from your left to right. But the other vector in the sense, the one which I drew on top, this keeps on changing. Now, if you see the length of it, as we try to go in the initial phase, the first phase of it, this is phase number 1, this is phase number 2. In the first phase, the length of the y vector keeps on decreasing. Decreasing meaning the velocity of it is decreasing. Fine. But in the second phase, if you see, it keeps on increasing because in the sense it is increasing in the opposite direction. It is being pulled towards the ground due to gravity. Getting it? So there is a change in only one axis, and that is always with respect to the y-axis. And the first day only I told you, whatever is represented along the x-axis will be I cap. Whatever is represented along y-axis will be j cap. This is common sense. Fine. So any j cap will always be changing. Any I cap will always remain constant. That's what the whole concept of projectile motion is. Now let's talk about time of flight. Again, let's come back to the derivation, what we're trying to start. Time of flight, you guys know, is the total time taken. We start off, to find time of flight, we use S is equal to ut plus half at square. Ut plus half at square. Now we'll revise the meaning of all these things and then we'll start to try. S meaning distance. Everybody knows that. Fine. U is the initial velocity. Time is, t is the time taken. A is the acceleration. But here, just now I told you, in the second phase, the velocity is trying to come towards the ground. It is due to the pull. Whose pull? Gravity's pull. But let's talk about phase number 1. In phase number 1, all the arrow marks are pointing on top. Top meaning it is going against gravity. Whenever a ball or an object is going against gravity, I told you, A becomes minus G. So automatically the equation changes to become S is equal to ut minus half gt square. I hope you guys got this. Because in the first phase of the diagram, it is going against gravity. Second phase, we'll talk about that little later. But end of the day, in the first step and in the first thing, it is going against gravity. That's the meaning of it. Now, what's happening here is, if you see along x-axis, if you see along y-axis, the reason I've drawn exactly 5 vectors is because 2 on top, there is no vector here, 2 at the bottom. Which means in the first phase, 2 vectors going on top. In the second phase, 2 vectors coming to the bottom. both of them gets cancelled. Getting it? So this vector will get cancelled with this vector with this vector. So totally there are 0 vectors being used. This is in terms of net resultant. Okay, I'm not talking about individual things. I'm talking about net resultant. 2 vectors on top, 2 vectors at the bottom. Therefore, it is being cancelled. Now the problem here is, what does this mean in physics? It means that the displacement is equal to 0. Remember that. Now, what made the displacement 0? Totally 5 arrow marks. The center one does not have any direction because it's been, to attain maximum, it's going to pause there. The pause is very important, guys. The pause, it pauses there and it moves to phase 2. In phase 2, opposite direction is what is being followed. Okay, so there were 2 on the upper direction in phase 1, 2 in the downward direction in phase 2. Both of them get combined with each other, gets cancelled. The answer is 0, which means displacement is 0. Unfortunately, the word called as displacement is not being present in my formula. The closest to displacement is distance. So therefore, S will be equal to 0. Now, if you ask me S how, S based on your vectors. Okay, that's why I'm using the word displacement, because displacement is a vector quantity. No, that's why distance is a scalar quantity, but S becomes 0. Now, the moment S becomes 0, I realize that it gives me a sort of freedom that the left hand side became 0. Fine, the left hand side becomes 0. Keep it as it is. Now, okay. Who is these people? Now, I'm supposed to find the value of u. I'm supposed to find the value of t. Now, think for a second. Don't you think I am trying to get the answer for t? Which means keep t as it is. I'm supposed to find the value for u. I'll do it. Minus half as it is, g as it is, okay? T square as it is. I'm trying to find the value of t. Left hand side S was equal to 0 because of, I told you what it means. Now u, think for a second. People ask you guys to mug up. I'll explain it to you, but then you guys see as to how you guys will remember. Fine. It's very simple. In terms of physics, u means initial velocity. Let's go back here. Initially, it is starting at the origin. Okay. Initially, it's starting at the origin. So, and if you see, regularly it is not moving. For example, usually when we learn about these chapters, we know it is either moving in a straight line path or left path, right path, but here it's a different path. It is becoming different because of this angle being created here. So theta is very important. You obviously know this in terms of numericals. In terms of derivation also, I'm trying to tell, theta is very important. Now understand, okay, theta is very important. Now try peaceful. S becomes 0 and theta also has been playing an important role there. Now, what theta is important in this question is very simple. You ask yourself a question. When you guys came across trigonometry for the first time, the first ratio what you guys learned was sin theta. Fine. So, if for u, you'll write u as it is. Okay. What theta you guys learned first? Sin theta you guys learned first. That's all. So, u becomes u sin theta. Now, why am I keeping u as it is? Because it is supposed to be initial velocity. Now, what is different in this specific chapter? It is just that the angle created is being different. Therefore, you add an angle. Now, angle always has to be next to some kind of ratio. What will be that ratio? U is equal to u sin theta. We take that and substitute here. That's all. Now, do the regular math. If it is 0 on the left hand side, it's always an advantage. Now, what does advantage mean? This minus half gt square is there. No, goes to the left hand side. Okay, moves to the left hand side, becomes plus gt square is equal to u sin theta in brackets. I'll open the brackets a little later, guys, into t. Okay, u sin theta into t. Now, think for a second, what and all can be thought of or whatever. First of all, I realize that t square and t are there on both the sides. I will for sure cancel it. Fine. If you cancel it, you'll get t, and that t is on the left hand side.
It's fine. How you got data?
How you got
data?
Sin theta, you're not getting it anyways. So you got some theta here, no?
Okay, sir.
So this theta, this means some kind of angle has to be getting involved in the derivation, correct?
Yes, sir.
So if you just say theta, it makes no sense because you know what is the value of theta, you never know. It keeps on changing from question to question. But in trigonometry, what was the first ratio you learned?
Sin.
So sin is the ratio you learned. Now in this case, theta is there. So since sine was the most basic ratio and the first ratio you guys learned, you bring sine into picture. That's all. For that. The
But
actual thing
isn't
is
it
the
like
next.
sine is equal to opposite by hypotenuse?
Okay, in this case, if I teach you in terms of hypotenuse and opposite, where do I draw right angle triangle? Getting it?
Okay, sir.
That'll become a problem. See, I can still draw a right angle triangle keeping a vector in mind. That'll become too deep physics, which is not required for because the thing as how it works. So remember that theta is involved, and theta won't make sense without a ratio next to it. What was the first ratio you learned? Sine. Therefore, bring the sine into picture. Got it?
Okay, sir.
That's all. So half gt square is equal to u sine theta into t. T got cancelled. So I'll write caps t right now because there's only t left. Now think for a second. This 2 gets crisscrossed, goes to the numerator, becomes 2u sine theta as it is. Whole thing divided by g comes to the denominator. This is the answer for time of flight. The actual derivation does not start from here. I explained so that I wanted to tell theta what remains constant and what keeps on changing. That's it. Fine. So half gt square you get. I hope you guys realize as to how the plus became a minus. Talk about phase 1. It is going against gravity. Against gravity meaning it's minus g. Therefore, you change the a to g. That's all. Now you realize that there were in the diagram there were totally 5 arrow marks. Five vector diagrams, out of which 4 were going on top, and 2 on top, 2 at the bottom. Both got cancelled. What does that mean? It means s is equal to 0, which means left hand side you got the answer as 0. Since there's a minus and a 0, you shift everything to one side, and that u sin theta logic I told you, cancel the t, you get the answer as t is equal to 2u sin theta by g. That's it. You can either write 2u sin theta by g or r way. Instead of writing u, you write v naught sin theta by g. Whatever has been followed in your colleges. That's all. Fine. This is the meaning of it. We spoke about time of flight. The same thing we'll also talk about max height.
So,
1 minute. Wait.
what that's all, this derivation.
That's all.
So, our teacher did graph and all. I mean,
This is same diagram, no?
it wasn't the same.
Then how else will a projectile motion diagram
I
look
don't
like?
know, but in the exam, do we draw the graph also?
Graph is not required. You can't draw a graph of projectile motion.
Then
This is the diagram. This is the diagram. What you can see on the thing, no?
yeah.
That's the diagram. That's
So
all.
when they ask for the derivation question,
You start with the diagram. You write s equal to ut plus half at square and get the things done. That's all.
how will they ask a question?
Derive time of flight.
They won't ask.
Sir, what if they ask how you got that u sin theta?
Array. You'll mention theta, no?
Yes, sir.
That's all. That's all is required.
Okay.
Sin theta they're getting based on experimental values there. Got that?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, sir, they ask us to by heart that in
Okay,
college.
fine. You wait. Yeah, in call. Okay. Remember resolving of vectors, Fazan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see, I'm telling this because you asked me. Okay. This vector I copy pasted left here. Got it? It's like this. No. Correct.
Yes, sir.
The diagram.
Yes, sir.
This was theta. No. This angle theta. Since this is theta, this also becomes theta. Correct.
Yes, sir.
Got that?
Got it.
Whatever is touching theta, that becomes cos theta. Whatever is not touching theta, it becomes sin theta. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now we started with at the origin. We start with some velocity that's called as what velocity? Initial velocity. Correct.
Yes,
So this becomes actually u cos theta and u sin theta. Agree?
yes, sir.
Now you see totally in all the diagrams what is remaining constant. Can I tell u cos theta is constant? The blue color marks.
Yes, sir.
Or all those things are u cos theta. Correct. This is cos theta. This is cos theta. Cos theta. Cos theta. Cos theta. What is the only thing which keeps on changing?
Sin theta.
Cos theta.
Yes.
I cap. X axis. Faizan, got that, Faizan?
Yes, sir.
Now, what is the only thing which is changing?
Sin theta.
That's where the answer is sin theta. Got it?
Got it.
Now, the problem here is if I teach this, if they teach you in your school, no, you might ask me, sir, why are we talking about the only thing which is changing? You tell me we're talking about the only thing which is changing because if I talk about the other thing, I won't get s is equal to 0, no? Correct? I'm getting s is equal to 0 because that sin theta thing only is changing. So since I took the left hand side as s is equal to 0 and that helped me get some answer, therefore I'm going to also choose the value of u based on that value itself, based on the theta value. Because I think that's how it works, Hadan. Resolving basically it is. Raj, got it?
Yes, sir.
Raj, resolving you learned or not? Not yet, no? Okay, bit. Half a page, I think. Yeah, maybe for including all the questions, 1 page maximum. That's all.
So I don't think you gave that I cap, J cap, and all, sir.
How do you remember then?
So I saw it yesterday.
Without teaching I cap, J cap, how would did I teach you n cap is equal to n vector divided by modulus of n? I
Yeah,
remember
you
teaching this
did
now.
this.
Then my cap andre ಏನಿದು?
So, but I cap is for x-axis, no?
I 100% thought that. I remember.
So,
Faizan, didn't I teach you I cap, J cap, K cap?
Yes,
I
sir. For three
100% I
axes.
remember. Yeah,
I
yeah,
is
100%
for
I remember.
x-axis, J is for
Yeah.
y-axis, and
Wait,
K is
Dheeraj,
for
I remember that
z-axis.
class. I remember each and everything what I thought. I specified. Guys, in fact, before even teaching N cap, I first thought I, J, K only because this is what has been used in a PUC. That then, based on this, I thought N cap, it is called as unit vector.
so
This is what I told.
just brief it out, no, sir.
I cap is basically unit vector along x axis. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. ಅಷ್ಟೇ J andre y, K andre sorry, K axis is K cap is the Z axis. That's all.
That's all. There's
That's
no
all.
formula.
No formula and all. No
So,
formula and
sir,
all.
now if they say 2 I caps, so 2 units in x-axis.
2 I
2
cap.
units.
No, 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 no.
Then?
Oh, okay. 2 units. Correct. Magnitude is 2. Direction is I cap. Getting it?
Okay. So, in the x-axis, 2
So let's
units.
say, one second. Fine. If I tell F is 2 I cap. Okay, F means force. Correct. It means force of 2 Newton is moving along x axis. Got it?
Okay, okay.
So 2 is that number of kilometers, number basically. I cap, J cap, K cap is giving us the direction, the meaning of it.
Okay, sir.
For that. Artha, Raj?
So, yes, sir. Sir, Rush, that's all. I
Hmm.
cap, J cap.
Yeah, that's all. That's all. It's only towards X, Y, and Z. That's all. Remember that.
So, like, what if it's 2y and all?
Like, give me an example. I told you just now.
J cap.
Okay, 6 J cap meaning 6 units in the Y axis direction.
What do you mean 6 units?
For if I tell F is equal to 6 J cap, F means force.
Yeah.
What is the unit of force? 6 Newton, correct?
Yeah.
So it means 6 Newton of force is being applied in the direction of the Y axis.
Yeah.
That's all. Getting it?
Yeah, kind of.
No, what is there? You didn't get. You tell me.
Sir, there's more to it, no, sir.
You shut up and tell what you didn't understand in this.
I understood.
That's it. There is more to it. From how many times?
Unit vector, that's all.
No. From how many times? From how many days are you learning first PUC? I don't know. More you're telling. I don't realize only what more is there.
2 months up, sir.
No, that's what. I don't know. He's telling more. Okay, Professor, same college. No, what more is there apart from IJ and K?
Sir, not. So, wait.
No, I'm just asking him. No, IJ, K only is there no, in the syllabus. Some
All-
other letters there. UV, X, Y, Z and all is there. What?
No, sir, only that.
Max said also, guys, we start the same formula. S is equal to UT plus
Sir,
half
today
AT.
she did something else for that laws of motion derivation she did.
F is equal to MA, she did.
Yeah, no, yeah. If
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
equal to MA, no, he did something.
Hey, wait, it's fine. I'll do it right now.
I'll tell you.
So,
Okay, now listen.
you have done types of vectors. A vector into B vector is equal to A into B into sine theta.
Dot is not types of vector. It is, basically it is dot product, cross product.
What is that?
You forget means I'm not at all responsible for it. You go.
Sir,
Jump somewhere.
come on, sir.
Come on. What? Like, stop acting like kid. I finished the whole thing. Ask me to revise the whole thing or what?
Sir, there's only 2.
Exactly. Learn to two. I've taught
What
you
is
two.
this?
I've
What
taught
is
you. It's
dot?
called as dot. Dot means dot. Cross meaning bloody cross will be there between two
What
vectors.
Sir, what?
Between two vectors, if there's a dot, it is called as dot vector. Dot product. That's all.
Both 2 different things.
Yeah.
And
The other day
but
we spoke
the
about so
right
much
hand-
about this. You forget this means how will I help you? Tell.
Sir, but the right hand side does not have any cross.
Sir, motion
Doesn't
of a car
matter.
on bank road.
Huh? Oh, banking. Okay,
Bank
fine.
road.
Got
Banking
that.
derivation.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
So the right hand side does not have any cross.
It is just multiplication on the right hand side. That's all.
But only for the sine theta there's a cross. A vector.
No, it's A vector, B vector, sine theta. It's nothing but A vector, B vector, cos theta. There'll be no cross or dot on the right hand side. It's only
No,
cross
the
or dot on the left hand side.
for the first one.
Correct. That's the reason the other day I told you a hint. Counter Strike, DC, I told you the hint, no? You didn't write shit means what will I
You
do?
have written everything. Not
Then
able to recall it. You have given DC
uh,
like C. You
that's
have
all.
written.
CS meaning cross product means right hand side becomes sin theta. DC meaning dot product meaning right hand side becomes cos theta. That's all.
Oh, that's all. Only two is there.
Those two are the formulas. Product. I mean dot product as well as cross product. That's what will be asked in terms of numericals or questions.
How will they ask questions for
They
this?
won't ask based on that. They'll ask you based on the. I mean, in one numerical, you'll get off an answer as A cross B. They're supposed to solve it. That's all. It's a CET thing. Ignore.
Oh, so it's not important for the test.
It's important, not for the test, but
Okay.
yeah. Guys, for max side also with the same formula, but the problem here is look at the diagram here. Max side was attained exactly at half time. Okay. The common sense here is the full journey it took TF time of flight. Full journey was TF. To reach max height, it is going to take TF by 2. Need out there. Full journey it took some time. Exactly at half it reached max height. So to reach max height, how much time did the ball take or did the object take is actually TF by 2. Remember this more than enough. Fine. So when it comes to max height, you should remember that all the T's becomes TF by 2. That's all. Why? Because exactly in the middle, it's attaining max height. Based on this, we get the answer. Now focus. What and all max height meaning some kind of distance. So do not make the distance 0. Look at the formula. The left hand side says distance. So keep the distance as it is. Now view is there. And moreover, let's talk about the first phase of the diagram. In the first phase, which means in order to reach max height, it has to go through phase number 1. In phase number 1, it is going against gravity. It is moving on top. So since it is going against gravity, A will become minus G. So UT will stay as it is. Minus half GT square it becomes. I realize this. Now SI is what I'm supposed to find. S is nothing but height. I'll write it as H because both mean the same thing. Whatever you assumed in the first thing, assume the same U here also because the same explanation. So you write U sine theta in brackets. Write T as it is, but think for a second. Is it actually T or TF by 2? We'll do that, but I'll just change the U's right now. Minus half as it is, G as it is, T square as it is. Now, as I told you, you will write this in box. All those T's becomes TF by 2. Now, fortunately, before I started the derivation, I told you each and everything is dependent on each other. Fortunately, right now, we know the answer for TF. What is it? TF, 2U sine theta by G, correct? So I'll use that right now. So to find T, I need 2U sine theta by G, whole thing divided by 2. I hope you guys understood how. I'm just trying to substitute here. Fine. TF's value I knew from the previous one. I copy that. By 2 was there. I cancel the 2 and the 2. I got my value for T. This value of T, whatever I got, looks like this. U sine theta divided by G. I will take this value of T and start substituting in my distance answer. So keep the H as it is.
So you took the same theta, no?
Yeah, same thing.
The distance 0 here.
Because distance became 0. How in the first case still? I took the full diagram, correct?
Yeah.
In the full diagram, left in the first phase, 2 on top. In the second phase, 2 at the bottom, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
But for max side, am I taking the full diagram or only the first half?
Half.
First half. No, not half. First half.
Okay. Why is
Artha
that
aitha?
relevant? First half, second half.
Because in the second half, is the ball dipping or rising?
Dipping.
If the ball is dipping, it won't become minus GT square. It will become plus GT square. That's why it's relevant.
Okay, yeah.
Getting it? So you will take the first half. In the first half, 2 vectors are going on top, correct?
Yeah.
Which means it is covering some distance.
Okay.
So that distance only is what I'm trying to find here.
Okay.
Artha aitha?
Yeah.
So you keep the U sine theta as it is. We got the value for T, which here is U sine theta by G. Oh, crazy. Same thing. So U sine theta, but this time it is divided by G minus half as it is, G as it is. Instead of writing T square, you know what to write. I'll open bracket there. I'll put square. You'll write U sine theta divided by G. That's all. I'm supposed to solve right now. H is equal to, there are 2 parts in the answer. The first part I'll solve. U sine theta into U sine theta gives you U square sine square theta divided by G minus, think for a second, this G and this G square, it has to be, it gets cancelled, the square. But the half remains as it is. Half remains as it is. I'll bring the square also. It becomes U square sine square theta. After 1G getting cancelled, only 1G remains on the denominator. Just regular math. Now, if you see, both of them are the same letters, same thing. It's just the numbers are differing. In the first part, there is no number, which means by default it is 1. You tell me what is 1 minus 1 by 2. What is 1 minus half? The answer is half. So therefore, h is equal to as it is half. Copy the letters as it is. Don't change. U square sine square theta by g. If you're not comfortable with this, you will write it as u square sine square theta divided by 2g. That's all. But here, more math is involved. In the first question, more logic was involved. The reason we spend more time on the first question is because first answer is because TF is being used here and this right hand side has to be shown. Okay, any doubt in this? I'll explain it again.
Step could you explain?
This step, that step, no?
Yeah.
That's what. So observe the letters properly. It's the same letters, correct?
What letters?
U square, sine square,
Yeah.
both are same. Two parts have the same letters, correct?
Yeah.
What is changing? The numbers beside them. In the second part, it is 1 by 2. In the first part, there was no number, which means by default 1, correct?
Okay.
So what is 1a minus half a? Sorry. Half a. Half a.
So what?
What is one? A useless fellow. In one bar of 8 pieces, if you make half, the first piece the first half will get how many pieces? 4 and 4.
Yeah.
Correct, no?
Yeah.
In 1 rupee, if you make 2 parts, each is how much rupees? 50 paisa each.
Yeah.
50 meaning in terms of numbers is what? Half.
Half.
Can I tell half rupee, half rupee?
Yeah.
So what is 1 minus half? Half only, no? Oh, you didn't
got it.
Diraj, go back to school, Diraj.
Understood.
There are 2 parts. What's the LCM? 2.
1 by 2.
2 into 1 is 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 by 2.
So you
Okay.
know my LCM was weak from the beginning.
You are not weak. This is common sense. It's not
Sir,
LCM.
my LCM was weak from the beginning.
Your LCM is not weak. Your common sense is weak, I feel now. 1 minus 1 by 2, you're thinking LCM. What's wrong with you? Now realize 1 minus 1 by 2 is 1 by 2. You copy the same letters.
Yeah.
That's all.
So just because it's 1 by 2, you copy the same letters.
What is 1a minus half a? No, it'll. Correct, no?
Yeah.
Just because it is a and a, you'll copy a.
No.
Logic is when you cut the chocolate into 2 halves, it became chocolates or bloody something it became. It became chocolates only, no?
Sir, I swear I didn't understand what.
My question is, if you cut a chocolate into 2 parts,
I get it.
if you cut a chocolate into 2 parts, will you get 2 chocolates or will you get some fucking 2 buffaloes you'll get? What do you get? You get 2 chocolates only, no?
Denominators are same, dude.
No, I don't know. My question is, he doesn't realize if you cut chocolate, it's gonna get chocolate itself.
So it's 1 minus half is.
It is not 1
Square
half, it
minus
is 1a minus half a.
Not this one. The
Main thing also. Yeah, 1 u square sine square theta by g minus half u square sine square theta by g gives you half of u square sine square theta by g only.
yeah.
Got that? Anytime you get confused, no, use easier
One
example.
full cake, if you remove half cake, you'll get half.
You'll get buffalo, you'll get. This fellow, I don't know. I think magic they're doing in his area. Biryani they got off, I guess. Hey, Diraj.
What, sir?
No, I don't realize when you cut chocolates into 2 parts, what do you get? Chocolate only, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you get it. This is little heights, this is, right? Sake, this is.
Sir, my LCM was weak, sir.
You, now, this chocolate is LCM or what?
Sir, I understood, no, that
My question is, do you realize chocolate example or not?
I remember.
Remember?
I mean, I realized it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that sin 3x derivation.
Yeah, I useless fellow you are, leave. I realized. That's so easy. I'm telling you, you don't know how to figure out things. I realized after that.
Step I'm getting stuck.
Which step?
I'll tell you now.
Wait 1 second. Levels of range and then you tell. We are in that same thing, no? Guys, next is horizontal range. Okay, 1 minute. Where is this diagram?
Sir, what is that? One more formula, root of vy square, vx square minus vy square.
That and all, don't mug up. Hey, vector that is. Don't mug up. Just resolve the vector. At that point of time only you get the answer. Getting it.
Then I'm not getting that.
You show me which part is that. I'll tell you. Guys, 1 second, Faizan. Guys, now focus. I'll use another blue right now to highlight one part. That's the range of the thing. Range meaning the horizontal distance it covers. Okay. How much the ball covered, how much the object covered in terms of horizontal distance. Now, very simple this is if you know one one OG formula of physics. Okay. If you guys remember this. Okay, sorry. Wrong start. Do you guys remember the formula for speed? Speed is equal to?
Distance by time.
Perfect. Distance by time. Horizontal range meaning it is covering something horizontally, some sort of distance it is covering. So I'll write this formula in terms of distance. If speed is equal to distance by time, then distance will be equal to what into what? Speed into time. Now in this derivation, you tell me what is more relevant. If I use the word speed or if I use the word velocity in this question. Velocity makes more sense. So what I'm going to do, I'll write distance as it is. Distance meaning range actually. Okay. Is equals. Well, speed we do not know. We only know velocity. Till now, what velocity did we use? We used something called as initial velocity. I'll write u. Fine. Now, time. Till now, in this diagram, time means only time or time of flight. What do you think? Obviously, time of flight. So you change the formula like this. So the main formula became, should you mug it up? No, it is based on distance is equal to speed into time formula. Range will be equal to initial velocity into time of flight. That's all. Now, in this thing, left hand side, we're supposed to find. Okay. Range equals. I'll skip u for a second. I'll tell you because little explanation is required. TF's value you guys know. TF meaning 2u sine theta by g. I copy the same TF's value. 2u sine theta divided by g. Any doubt till now? I still haven't finished the u part. I realize that. You tell me any doubt till now? No? Cool. We'll go back to the diagram. You tell me the word range in it itself, by itself had the word horizontal in it. Horizontal in the sense, please follow the color right now. Blue color is horizontal. Now think for a second in terms of vectors. All these blue vectors, what I've marked right now, everything is horizontal. Initially, when I taught you, I told you horizontal distance is always the same, correct? So if I draw a triangle, I think like this, the projectile is going like this. This is theta. Fine. I just have a small question, guys. If this is theta, this becomes cos theta, this becomes sin theta based on resolving. So to go to more depth, it becomes u cos theta and u sin theta. You tell me in the above diagram, which I drew right now, horizontal means u sin theta or u cos theta. Tell me the word horizontal. Dheeraj, tell Ra. Perfect. So right now, the question says horizontal range only. So horizontal meaning u cos theta. You go to u and change that and write it as u cos theta. Why not sin theta? Just now I told you because it's horizontal distance. This is your answer. Now do the regular math. Keep the left hand side range as it is. Okay. U into 2u gives you 2u square. 2 as it is, u square. Okay. Before that, one second, guys. I'll write it in a different form. U into u gives you u square. No, that I'll write. I wrote u square. What was remaining in the numerator? 2 was remaining. Cos theta was remaining. Dot sin theta was remaining. Whole thing divided by g. Now, good thing here is, since we know trigonometry little, I'll keep the u square as it is. Instead of me writing 2 cos theta sin theta, we have a formula in trigonometry. Simpler formula. Sin 2 theta. Check. So the formula of sin 2 theta is nothing but 2 sin theta into cos theta. Whole thing divided by g. This is the answer.
Sin 2x, no?
Yeah, sin 2x, correct. But here, since it's theta, we write theta. That's all. Any doubt in the horizontal range formula? But again, if you remember it in terms of range, you'll forget it. Always get used to telling horizontal range. If it is horizontal range, it becomes cos theta. Okay. For the first two things, it's only u sin theta. But for horizontal range, based on the explanation, it becomes u cos theta, and you apply regular trigonometry, you get the answer within 3 steps. Any doubt in this horizontal range formula? No. Cool. There is 1 second, wait. Faizan, tell me that thing. Faizan, you are telling me something?
Sir, one question is there. 5 marker, you'll solve.
5 marker?
Yes, sir. For the
Which
test
one?
he gave.
Oh, okay, tell. Numerical?
Yes, sir. A
Hey,
ball is thrown
Hey, direct data you give.
with a velocity of 15 meter per second at an angle of 30 degree.
Hey, wait, 15. Theta is 30. Okay.
To the horizontal, find
Hey,
time of flight.
useless. Wait, you told, that's not how you tell. You tell it is moving at some velocity.
Thrown with a
angle,
velocity of 15 meter per second at an angle of 30 degree to the
horizontal.
Yes,
you should complete that statement. Okay.
Okay.
This is U. Okay, fine. Tell.
So find time of flight,
1 minute,
max
wait.
height reached,
Uh,
velocity at highest point, velocity at time period is equal to 0.5 second, and time period is equal to 1 second, and range.
this won't come anyways, but still I'll solve. You should find range and find velocity at what? Peak.
Velocity at highest point. First.
Highest point. At max height, basically.
And velocity at time period is equal to 0.5 second and 1 second.
0.5 and 1. These three things you'll do, no? Time of flight
Yes.
maximum. Yeah.
Formula.
Formula. You got stuck here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You tell me what she gave. I'll explain. Velocity at
Well,
maximum height.
she told only velocity at highest point is 0. How we don't know.
No, 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 no. No, wait, I'll tell you. See, velocity at highest point is not 0. Velocity along y-axis is 0. I'll tell you why. What I mean. Wait. Look at the diagram right now. The diagram looks like this. Velocity meaning this point,
Yes, sir.
highest point, correct? Remember that?
Yes.
Now see what will happen. At the highest point, horizontal is always the same, correct?
Yes, sir.
Horizontal is given by u cos theta, u sin theta. U cos theta, correct?
U cos theta.
At the height, at the peak, there was no upper arrow mark or lower arrow mark. I mean, you get that, no?
Yes, sir.
Because it pauses there. You know what does this upper arrow mark mean? It is trying to go on top. But at max height, it won't go on top because in the next point it has to come towards the ground. Correct, no? Got the Faizan?
Yes, sir.
So at max height, there is nothing going on top. Nothing meaning it is not traveling. Not traveling meaning velocity is how much?
0.
But it is not velocity. It is velocity along y-axis is equal to 0.
Okay.
Got that? Understood? No?
Sir, the second one?
No,
the
no. This one you understood.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Second one tells what? Velocity at 0 point?
Time period 0.5 and
1 second. Okay, fine. How has she solved?
Sir, she first found Vx, then that
Vy.
whole formula. Vy.
And then finding resultant.
Root of V square plus Vy square.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
I mean, what doubt you have there?
Sir, I couldn't solve. What formula is that?
Okay, wait. Vx you understand how to find?
How, sir? No
How?
idea.
No. In the sense, what has she given? She's given V cos theta.
Yes, sir. Ux plus axt she used to find Vx.
What is wrong with her? Why so much is doing?
Oh, idea, sir.
See, basically understand 0.5 seconds mean the ball will be somewhere here. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So imagine the ball to be there. You draw two vectors, one to the right, one on top. This you know, no?
Yes, sir.
Now there are two velocities. This is Vx or Ux, anything is fine. And this is Vy. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now here velocity is equal to, I mean, I'm trying to teach you the way how she's taught you. Vx is equal to U plus AT, correct? According
Yes,
to our regular formula.
Yes, yes.
Now this time is given to us as 0.5.
Yes.
Do we know A? 9.8 is taken.
Yes, sir.
What she's doing? I don't
Sir,
understand.
she's done 0 to that. I don't know how.
For A.
Yeah. No.
A is 0.
AXT full is 0 itself. I don't know how.
How?
No idea, sir.
Hey,
You
hey,
cost-
don't worry, that won't come down. But this will come. Velocity at maximum height will come as an MCQ. For that. Velocity for this one should know that max height velocity, that's 0. I explained the diagram now.
Yes, sir.
This one. Hey, this won't come, you chill. This is useless. This one all is.
Sir, she wrote off this Vx formula, Vy formula, and that thing she wrote off, and she's scolding me upon that.
What for?
I've written the formula on the board, solve it, sir. I'm not even understanding what is that. I found the three things. The
Hey,
range I
basic.
found
See,
out.
what she's written is correct, but she's taking a long time. It's a very long procedure to do it. It's useless. Don't follow that. But that won't be asked. But velocity at maximum height will be asked. That is 0. You remember that, and these three only will be asked: TF, max height, and R. But
So, sir, this is not important.
this is important, but for only these three parts: TF, max height range, and velocity at maximum height, which is nothing but 0. This will come as an
This is
MCQ.
what needed, no, 0.
Hey, that 1 0 point and all, nothing. Ignore that. Okay. Hey, Diraj, what? Sin 3x, you got stuck somewhere. Tell me that.
Sir, you do off now, sir.
No, you tell me. No. I sent you that PDF I sent you, no, on the group.
What PDF?
That formula sheet. Formula
No, you
PDF.
haven't.
I shut up.
I swear to God, you haven't. Sir. Ask anyone. You ask Mike.
1 second, chill.
Ask him. No.
1 second, wait. Bloody useless fellow. You check this, I'll send on the group right now. Okay, you're not there on the group.
No. Sir, add me, no, sir.
Lo, nane admin ilvadali.
Tell KK as if you don't meet him.
You take this, I've sent one formula thing on the group. Whom are you telling this to? I remember sending this that day only.
You haven't.
One BT I'll give it, sir, on the group right now. What?
This formula sheet
Formula PDF.
of
Guys, check.
trigonometry, everything.
Yeah, guys, check your WhatsApp, guys.
So
I've sent this on only trigonometry. This is.
So this you have sent.
Then in that sin 3x is there, see.
Yeah, I've written it also. I've written.
Okay, in that you tell me which step I sent it so that you give me the reference. I'm not solving the complete thing right now.
So
Tell me.
5 minutes it'll take, so please.
Aitiro. Sin 3x. Okay, fine. You know the formula for sin 2x at least, no? No, don't tell me no.
Yeah, I know.
Sin 3x, you're supposed to prove, no? There's a proving question, no?
What derivation is a proving question?
Okay, supposed to prove basic. I mean, derive sin 3x formula.
Yeah.
Okay, sin cube. This is the answer. So what do we write? We start with the left hand side.
Yes.
Because that's the only that you know, no?
Yeah.
No sin 2x. You should tell sin of. Okay.
Okay.
Now you'll ask me what's the difference. I realize if you just tell sin 2x has different set of formulas, correct?
Yeah.
That's why. Okay. So you will tell sin of 2x plus x. This you
No,
guys,
X
this you
plus
know.
Y.
Sin of x plus y. You'll start applying. Sin of x plus y. What's the formula, Diraj? Sin x
Sin x into cos y
plus.
cos x into sin y.
This you know, no?
Yeah.
In your answer, without blabbering, tell me what is the value of x? 2x. Correct?
What?
See, that's why I know you're
Sir,
useless
2x
fellow.
is x, x is y.
ನಾನು ಇನ್ನೇನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ಇವಾಗ
I didn't.
No, I told what a French I
That's
told
what
over.
he's asking, Dheeraj.
This, Dheeraj, no, that area only problem. I'm telling him to shift to some.
Bro, what the?
He left.
He'll join, I guess.
Who's the admin now?
No clue.
Good evening, sir.
Dheeraj, did you kick me out right now, Dheeraj?
Yeah, so you're funny.
That's what she did. And, you know. You know the Benzema joke, Dheeraj?
No.
No?
No. I just know that's what she said, but
No. I mean, that is different. This is different. Anyways, this you understand the first part, sin of 2x plus x.
Yeah.
Now, sin x meaning you write sin 2x, correct?
Yeah.
Cos y meaning you write cos x, correct?
Hmm.
Plus as it is. Cos x means cos 2x you write, correct?
Yeah.
Dot sin x you write. No doubt here?
No.
Now see, sin 2x we know one formula.
2 cos
What is it?
x into sin x.
No, first always tell sin, get used to that. 2 sin x, nothing, no difference, but still get used to it. Okay? I'll put in brackets. Into cos x was already there.
This cos A minus cos B formula and all is too much, sir.
Can't help. Wait, cos 2x formula, you know.
Yeah, cos square.
There are 4.
Minus-
Listen, there are 4.
Yeah.
Which one to choose? I'll tell you. Look at your answer. Answer has some power in it.
Yeah.
Correct. So think of a way where power has been used and use the most common form, which is nothing but cos square x minus sin square x. You know that, no?
So the other one, cos dominant, sin dominant, and all was even that had powers, no?
That had powers, but in this case, you need both of them.
Why?
If it is what do you mean why?
Why do you need both of them?
I'll tell you in the next step how. Getting it. But use okay, fine. Remember it like this. Sin 3x use the most common form. Okay. It's called as the default form. Use the most common form. Cos square x minus sin square x you used. Into what is remaining? Into sin x. Okay. Now there are 2 parts to your answer, correct, at this point of time?
Yeah.
First part, simplified. So 2 remains. Sin x remains. Cos x into cos x is
Cos square x.
perfect. Plus as it is. Now this cos square x multiply with sin x becomes cos square x dot sin x. Agree?
Yeah.
Now plus into minus gives you a minus. Sin square x into sin x gives you sin cube x. Got that?
Yeah.
Now 1 sin cube x I got. which obviously I'm happy with. But the problem here is, okay, look at this.
So after this step only I'm getting stuck.
Now listen.
Step
How many parts you have right now?
2.
Hey,
3.
three parts. Don't touch the sine cube x part. Why? Because you want that in your final answer. Correct?
Okay, yeah.
The remaining two parts, observe properly. Next to 2, what are the terms there? Cos square x and sin x. Correct?
Yeah.
Here also, cos square x and sin x. Don't you think the same thing is being repeated here?
Yeah, same thing.
But next to the, I mean, in the second part, you can't see any number. But by default, what number is there? 1.
2.
Got that?
Yeah.
Here also there's 1, correct? No, in the last step.
Yeah.
Now, if I ask you what is 2ab plus 1ab, what's the answer?
3ab.
How? 2 plus 1 is 3. AB, you just copy paste as it is, correct?
Yeah.
Now, in the first two parts, look at that. Don't you think it's a form of 2ab plus 1ab?
Yeah.
So 2 plus 1 gives you 3. No AB here.
Then it's multiplication, no? But
So what?
it's x cos.
No. Where is it multiplication?
The first part is multiplication. The second part, the cos square x has a plus sign.
But the plus is before the cos square x.
So what?
Compare between cos square x and sin x here. Compare between sin x and cos square x here. Getting it? Same way, 2ab plus 1ab. You know what you're telling? You're telling, sir, next to a there's a plus you're telling. I am telling next to a there's a 1. Okay. I'm also telling next to a there's a 2 here. And 2ab are together, 1ab is together. Between both these parts, there's a plus there. Getting it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now the answer will become 3. 1 minute, wait. It will be 3. What? Sin x dot cos square x minus 1 sin cube x. I copy paste it as it is. For that.
Yeah.
Now, how many parts you have in your answer?
2.
In both the parts, what's common?
Sin.
Can you find something common? No. No, see. If you tell me sine, then the sin cube x will vanish.
No.
Which you don't want to happen.
You can only take sin x as common, no? Sin square.
I mean, correct. You can only take sin x as common. But if you take that, again, I'm going to tell you, it's going to go off. What? You wanted the cube in the answer, no?
Oh,
If you take sin common, it will become of sin square, which is not required for me. Got that?
yeah. Got it.
So don't do that. Now see what's gonna happen. Now go back to your question. You are stuck here. In two parts, what is more dominant here? Sin is dominant or cos is dominant?
Sin.
Correct, no? Now go back to your question. In your question, you wanted it to be sin dominant or cos dominant?
Sin dominant.
Perfect. So what I'm gonna do, I'll write 3 as it is, sin x as it is. So if you're trying to convert something to sin dominant, would you like to have cos in it or would you like to eliminate it?
Eliminate it.
So what is the only formula in terms of squares which bridges both sin square and cos square?
1
First
minus
one.
sin square.
Sin square plus cos square x is equal to 1. That formula, no?
Yeah.
What happened to this? Okay, 1 minute. So I'll write that somewhere here. So can I write cos square x as 1 minus sin square x?
Yeah.
Why am I doing this? Because my question is demanding sin dominance. Perfect. So I'll change the cos square as 1 minus sin square x. What this?
Yeah.
Minus as it is. What? Copy paste what? 1.
Minus sin cube.
What this?
Yeah.
Now, in the first part, don't you think I should multiply 3 sin x throughout the bracket?
The first part.
In the first part, yeah.
Yeah.
So if I multiply 3 sin x throughout the bracket, it becomes 3 sin x as it is.
Yeah.
Minus 3 sin cube x, correct?
Yeah.
What as it is? Minus.
Minus 1 sin.
Now, out of 3 parts in your answer, the last 2 parts are similar. The first part, copy paste it as it is. What is minus 3 minus 1? Minus 4.
Minus 4.
Sin cube x as it is. That's all. Got that?
So,
What else?
and the next cos 3x one, the step where I got stuck where you added 2 and 1.
Huh.
Cos, what do you do?
Same.
No, but then this is 4.
Sin dominant.
No, sir. Cos 3x formula.
No. This the one which is solved right now is sin dominant. Cos is cos dominant. That's
Yeah.
all. So
but
wherever.
Formula itself is reverse, no?
Yeah, correct.
So
It's reverse in the sense
Don't get
first
three then.
the cube will come
yeah, first the cube.
and then the regular thing will come. Got that? So what's the formula for cos 3x then? For 4 cos cube x
Cube x.
minus 3 cos x. Just interchange them. That's all. And change the sign to cos. Atta. Should I derive that right now?
Sir, derive of.
Okay, wait 1 second. I hope remember the formulas for cos cube x.
Yeah,
I mean
I
cos square
studied
x.
yesterday.
4 cos cube x minus 3 cos x. This is the answer, correct?
Sir, this is important. Is this important?
Yeah. ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ.
3x.
ಯಾಡ the last derivation. Wait. Left hand side we start with again. How do you write it? Cos.
2x plus x.
What is cos of x plus y? Okay, tell me in terms of a plus b. Cos a plus b is what? ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಾ? Cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. What's that? Cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. Do you remember this or what?
No, I don't.
You should remember. Cos
Sir,
a
I
plus b.
studied all the formulas today, sir. What is this formula?
Cos of a plus b.
What?
Just like sin of a plus b.
Okay, got it.
Here. Where is this? Here.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. It's just that cos of a plus b is this formula. Cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. Now, according to your answer, what is a? 2x, correct?
Yeah.
So you write cos 2x as it is. Dot cos b is x minus sin 2x dot sin x. Got this?
Yeah, got it.
Just substituting. Now you want, cos 2x is there, and you want the answer to be cos dominant, correct?
Yeah.
So in those cos 2x 4 formulas, which one is cos dominant? 2 cos square x,
Cos square x minus 1.
correct? No?
Yeah.
And cos x, copy paste it. Sin 2x, the only formula which we know here is 2 sin x cos x, correct?
Yeah.
Dot sin x as it is. Any doubt
So
here?
the other formula for sin 2x that.
Tan.
By.
But tan is not required here, no?
Yeah, it's not required, but is that.
I meant to say, yeah, that's important. It's just that I meant to say the only formula in sin 2x which is relevant here. Getting it? Now, in the first part, I'll have to multiply cos throughout, correct?
Yeah.
So it becomes 2 cos cube x minus cos x as it is. No doubt there.
No.
In the second part, what I'll do, I'll multiply the sign throughout. So it becomes minus 2 sin square x dot cos x. Got that?
Yeah.
Now, I got my, okay, I'm not going to touch any of the cos because I want the answer to be in terms of cos. So 2 cos cube x as it is. Now tell me in this step, which I derived right now, what do you think is like the odd one out here? The sine square, correct?
Sin square, yeah.
So you want that sine square to be in terms of,
Cos square.
what is the only thing which relates both of them? 1 minus,
Cos square.
that's all. 1 minus cos square x as it is, dot cos x. Now check this step, all are in cos.
Yeah.
Algebra, I'll be getting the answer. 2 cos cube x as it is, minus cos x also as it is. Now careful, in this part, I'm supposed to multiply the cos x throughout the bracket, correct?
Yeah.
So it becomes minus 2 cos x, minus and minus becomes a plus 2 cos cube x. Or that? You should multiply 2 and cos x throughout. Don't forget the 2.
Yeah.
Now add the similar terms. 2 cos cube x, 2 cos cube x gives you
4 cos.
here minus,
3 cos.
that's all.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
That's it. Anything else, guys? This derivation is important. Okay. This Saturday we'll have a class. I'll tell you what time. We'll have a class. We'll finish off the banking off-road and that F is equal to MA. Got that?
Sir, complex numbers you won't do.
Finished our complex numbers. Nothing else is there.
No, there's
Should we revise that? Okay, wait, revise it.
not
Sir.
ways.
Level road also will do.
That only banking off-road.
Derivation. There are 2 derivations.
Yeah, both mean the same. Both are like one after the other, no?
Yes, sir.
Level load is there for you.
Motion of car on level road, motion of car on bank road.
Banking not only will come. End of the day, we'll do fine. We'll do it, no worries. Okay.
So that more concept.
More?
Number.
Which one?
That so the things you didn't do in complex numbers.
What is not, you tell me what is there in the syllabus. I'll tell you what I didn't do.
I don't know what it's called.
No, what will I do?
So Faizan will know.
Azan, do you have something called as polar form?
Yes, sir.
No.
Huh?
Polar form is there. Polar form is there. In complex numbers.
I don't know, sir.
Okay, then leave. It's not there.
Sir, he did something you didn't do. I'm so sure about it.
You send me the picture at least. I'll get to know.
When you'll do that?
Saturday will do.
Only Saturday you'll keep a class. Friday
Yeah,
you won't.
not required. Tomorrow, Saturday we'll finish off banking off-road, F is equal to MA, and that complex numbers. You send me first, then I'll see. if that's actually there or not. I don't think so. It's there anyways. You send the picture, Dheeraj? Cool.
Yeah, I'll send it.
Okay. Peaceful, guys. I'll see you on Saturday. What time? I mean, if you have college, what time does the college get over? 4:30?
Yeah,
3:30?
3:30.
Okay. Peaceful then. I'll schedule the class after somewhere in this time only.
Sir is
Sir,
maybe
when
telling
is
conjugate.
Conjugate.
yeah, something, yeah, that,
ಅದು ನೀನು ಫೋಟೋ ಕಳಿಸ್ ನನಗೆ. Okay.
yeah.
Conjugate is there, multiplicative
That
inverse,
and all is the easy ra.
modulus of complex number,
Hmm.
and properties. That's all.
You send the photo, Raj. I'll do the
Yeah,
conjugate.
I'll
No
send
worries.
it. So when you're keeping offline classes?
You saw outside right now.
Yeah. So,
Say
so but sometimes the weather is clear.
the weather is not clear.
So Monday it was.
It wasn't. Shut up. I got
Monday,
reached at
you took a class Monday. There was no network error.
that is because I came back home fast. Getting it.
Came back home from where?
I mean, I was outside
You're
basically.
not taking ninth grade offline.
Yeah, again, it busted internet.
What?
I swear to God, there's something wrong with my area. Is internet from last 2 days.
What internet you use?
I'm using Hathway.
What?
What do you mean?
Use
Sir, how's
Airtel or
Alexa?
something, no?
Like you're talking
How's
Wi-Fi, no?
Alexa?
Yeah, Wi-Fi only.
Wi-Fi is Hathway, not Airtel.
Use
Why Airtel is
Airtel
not?
internet.
No, Airtel is not fast in my area.
At
Act also not fast. Hathway only is very fast in my area. Hey, my speed is 150 Mbps. It's super fast. It's just that there's one neighbor, which one annoying neighbor. She some bullshit. That's why
okay.
she has a kid. That kid,
So you're
the kid like
what?
the kid is like you. Sometimes doesn't make sense a lot of times.
Funny, sir. Anyway,
No, I swear God.
you're taking ninth grade online classes or
No, that depends on the mood.
sir,
Okay.
take offline for us, no.
Okay. Phone
Huh?
Bye.
Okay, sir. Bye.
Hmm.